A very good morning to my dear students. I hope that you are fine and keeping safe at your home. Anyway, let us come back to our studies. In the last class, we were actually going with the grammatical portion and we were actually dealing with the future simple. And in the last class, we actually had a short discussion on the use of will and shall and the use of future simple, and after that we came to know that simple present and present continuous could be used in a future sense or in a future connotation in some cases or in some occasions, and we had acquired an idea about which are actually the situations in which a simple present and present continuous could be used in a future connotation or a future sense. Anyway, let us come back to the remaining portions. Anyway, now please move on to page number 98. And page number 98, please look at the exercise given under the C section. Now I am going to read, please listen. Esther wants you to have dinner with her, but you are very busy. So imagine that Esther is actually your friend, and Esther actually wants you to have dinner with you, but you are very busy. And look at your diary for the next few days. So your schedule for the next coming week is given here, and explain to her why you can't come. The first one has been done for you. So here we have already given a model. So look at the timetable. Monday badminton at 7 p.m, Tuesday movie at 6 p.m. with mother, then Wednesday music class at 7 p.m, then Thursday living for Bangalore at 6:30 p.m. So here comes our question. The first question, read the first question. Can you come on Monday evening? So what is actually the Monday's program? Yes, Monday badminton at 7 p.m. So the answer would be, sorry, I would love to, but I am playing badminton. Okay, so now look at the situation here. Even though it is actually referring to a future action, it is used here the present continuous tense. So similarly you have to complete the other 3 sentences with the help of the time schedule given here. Okay, I hope that you can do it. It is very simple because the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday timetable is already given here, so you can complete the remaining 3 sentences using the timetable given here. Okay, anyway, the next one is D section. D section we had already discussed in the last class, and coming to the next category, let us move on to page number 99. Here we have one exercise under the title, under the heading, let us enrich our word store. So it is only for enriching our vocabulary. So read the question. I am going to read, please listen. Study these sets of words. Pick out the one that does not belong to the set. Say why it doesn't belong. So your task is, here some sets of words are given here, so you have to go through it and you have to find out the odd one. Means you have to find out which words are here not suitable with the other pair of words. So if once you found some words are not suitable with the other words, you have to give the reason for that also. So similarly, take the first one, football, athletics, basketball, volleyball. So here answer is athletics. So in order more than saying the answer, you have to give the reason why here athletics is marked as an odd one, because the other 3 are all ball games. Athletics is another game. So likewise you have to go through other sets of words and find out which are the odd ones, and at the same time you have to give the reason for why you are saying they are odd ones. Okay, let us take the first example: coach, learner, teacher, trainer. Which would be the odd one? Definitely the odd one would be learner. So listen, coach is actually someone who gives training, teacher is actually someone who teaches, and trainer is actually someone who gives training. So learner is someone who is acquiring all these things. So learner would be the odd one here. So in that way you have to select which is the odd one, and you have to give the reason why you are saying that they are odd ones. Okay, so similarly you have to go through the remaining 5 examples and tick which is actually the odd one, and you have to say the reason also. Okay, now we are going with the B section. Here are some details about sumo wrestling. Fill in each blank with the right words given in brackets. Okay, so here you will have given 1 2 3 4 5 sentences, and this is entirely about sumo wrestling. So you have to go through it and you have to find out which are the suitable words from the brackets, and you have to fill the 5 sentences using the appropriate words from the bracket. Okay, so this is actually your next set of exercises. Now we are actually moving on with the next item given in page number 100. So please read the title. Let us use the dictionary. So here you will have given certain compound words. What do you mean by compound words? We had a detailed discussion on compound words in previous chapters. Which was actually the chapter? Do you remember? Yeah, exactly. In the chapter the Canterville Ghost. Yeah, under the exercise portions we had a discussion on the various kinds of compound words. There we had studied about compound words, about open compounds, closed compounds, and hyphenated compounds. There we had a detailed discussion on what actually a compound word is and what are its 3 types. There we studied, there are open compound words, closed compound words, and hyphenated compound words. And I hope that now you can remember what are actually the difference between these 3 categories. Okay, as I taught these varieties, when I took the chapter Canterville Ghost, I clearly taught what are actually the difference between these 3 categories. In that class I had already discussed, or I had already taught you that compound words are words which are made up of 2 or more words. Okay, so it refers to words which are made up of 2 or more words, and in some cases it is written as one word. See, for example, take the case of housekeeper. Even though housekeeper is built connecting 2 words together, such as house and keeper, it is written as together, or it is written as a single word. Such words, such compound words are known as closed compound words. But take the case of travel agent. Even though travel agent is made up of 2 words, travel and agent, we write the 2 words by putting a space in between them. That means even though they are clubbed together, such words are clubbed together, they are written as 2 or more words. Such words are known as open compounds. And the third category is actually hyphenated. 2 or more words connected using a hyphen. Such words are known as hyphenated compounds, such as brother-in-law, father-in-law, something like that. So here we have compound words of the word black, and when you closely analyze the varieties of black, such as given here: black belt, black box, black eye, black gold, blacklist, blackmail, black market, blackout, black spot, black window, we could easily find examples of open compound and closed compound. Take the example: black belt, black box, black eye, black gold, black market, black spot, black widow. So these are examples of open compounds. That means even though they are clubbed using two words, they are written as two words, not single word. They are called as open compounds. But take the case of examples like blacklist, blackmail, blackout. Yeah, even though they are examples of compound words, yeah, they are written as a single word. Such words are known as closed compounds. So we have here examples of closed and open compounds. Anyway, what your task is, actually please go through these varieties of compound words of the word black given here, and after going through these varieties, you have to complete the 7 sentences using the appropriate varieties of the compound words given here. Okay, so before that, it's better to go through each and every word. Okay, so the first one is black belt. So read the meaning of that word: a belt that you can earn in a sport such as judo or karate, which shows that you have reached a very high standard. The other meaning of the word is a person who has gained a black belt. Then we have black box, a small machine in a plane that records all the details of each flight and is useful for finding out the cause of an accident. Then we have black eye, an area of dark skin that can form around somebody's eye when they receive a blow on it. Then we have black gold, oil. Then we have blacklist, a list of the names of people, companies, products or countries that an organization or a government considers unacceptable and that must be avoided. Then we have blackmail, the crime of demanding money from a person by threatening to tell somebody else a secret about them. Then we have black market, an illegal form of a trade in which foreign money or goods that are difficult to obtain are bought and sold. Then we have blackout, a period when there is no light as a result of an electrical power failure. Then we have black spot, a place, situation or an event that causes a lot of problems. Black widow, a poisonous American spider. The female black widow often eats the male. So these are actually the varieties given here. So now you are actually familiar with the meaning of all these words. So now you have to go through the 7 sentences given here and you have to fill those sentences using the appropriate compound words given here. Okay, the first one, read the first one. The corner near my school is a notorious dash. Yeah, we could easily say that the most suitable word here is actually black spot. What do you mean by black spot? A place, situation or an event that causes a lot of problems. Yeah, here also it is speaking about a place that causes a lot of problems. So listen, that corner near my school is a notorious dash. So many accidents have happened there in the last 6 months. So we could without any doubt call it as a black spot. Okay, so similarly you have to go through the other 6 sentences, and like this you are required to complete the sentences using the appropriate compound words given here. Okay. Now let us move on to the next item given in the same page, page number 101. Okay, let us listen. So this is actually a listening activity. You will now hear an interesting piece on the origin of the Olympics. Listen carefully and answer these questions. Check your answers when you hear the text a second time. Okay, anyway, here you will have given 9 questions. Anyway, now I am going to play an audio about the origin of Olympics. So based on that audio, you will have 9 questions given here. So what you have to do is, after completing listening to the audio, you have to answer all these 9 questions given here. Okay, anyway, I am going to play. That means I am going to read it for you. So please listen to me, and after listening, try to answer all those 9 questions given here. Okay, now let us start. The ancient Olympic Games were held every 4 years. One of the legends about the Olympics revolves around Hercules, the Greek hero. According to the story, the gods ordered Hercules to clean the Augean stables. The stables were filthy as they had not been cleaned for a year. Stables here means a building or something like that. Hercules was to finish the task in a single day. It was an impossible task for an ordinary man. But Hercules was not ordinary. He had extraordinary strength. He could fight a lion with his bare hands. Using his power, he changed the direction of 2 rivers. Their water gushed through the stables. They were now spotlessly clean. Hercules was so grateful to have finished the job on time that he began the Olympic Games in Zeus' honor. Zeus was the most important of all the gods and goddesses that the Greeks worshipped. So this is actually the paragraph about the origin of Olympics. So if you need it, you again listen to it and try to answer the 9 questions which are given here. Okay, now we are moving on to the next exercise. Turn our page and take page number 102. Here we have a biographical sketch about Dhyan Chand. Now let me read the question. Do you play hockey in school? Even if you don't, you must be familiar with the name Dhyan Chand. Here are some brief notes about him. Use them to write 3 short paragraphs about him. You can look for more information on the internet if you wish. So, it is said that even though you are not interested to play hockey, you must have an idea about the name Dhyan Chand. Dhyan Chand is a very famous hockey player. So here in this box, we have given a short narration on Dhyan Chand. Certain hints are given here about the person Dhyan Chand. So what you are asked to do is, you have to go through the hints given in this box, and after reading it, you have to write down 3 paragraphs about Dhyan Chand. Now let us have a look at the things given in the box. Here we have 4 paragraphs. The hints are given in 4 paragraphs. Okay, let us have a look at the first paragraph. The first paragraph is all about the basic details. The basic details about Dhyan Chand. That means where he was born, where he was brought up, and why he got the name Chand after his first name Dhyan. So all those basic details are given in the first paragraph, and from where he took his education. So all those basic details are given in the first paragraph. And when you come to the second paragraph, it is all about his profession and career. where he actually worked. All those details are given in the second paragraph. And when coming to the third paragraph, it is all about his awards and achievements. And last paragraph, we will have a detail about his brother and how they often called together, and also about his son Ashok Kumar, who played for India. Anyway, you can at least come out with 3 paragraphs. So the first paragraph you have to speak about the basic details about Dhyan Chand. Where did he take his education, where he was born and brought up, then why he was often addressed as Dhyan Chand. All those basic details could be included in the first paragraph. When you write the second paragraph, it is all about Dhyan Chand's career and profession, where he worked and all those details. And when coming to the third paragraph, we can speak about the awards and achievements received by him. So in that way you have to write 3 paragraphs using the hints given in the box. And as said in the textbook itself, if you need more information, you can rely on the internet for finding more informations. Okay, so that you have to do. Then we are actually moving to the next page 103, page number 103. So here we have one more exercise, making a timeline. So listen, I'm going to read. Dates can be difficult to remember. To make it easier to remember, we often draw a timeline. So timeline, we can easily say that it is actually a chronological sequencing of events. So if you look at this timeline also, we can find a chronological sequencing of time. In 1926, what happened? In 1931, what happened? In 1947, what happened? In 1942, what happened? So in that way, timeline is all about a chronological sequencing of events. It is very easy to remember the dates. So that is actually a timeline is. So now please go through the timeline given here to say about or to speak about the events in K.D. Jadhav's life. So go through it and try to familiar with the timeline. Okay, with the timeline given here. And after that, what you are asked to do is now write a timeline showing the important events in your mother's or father's life. Likewise, you have to note down the important events in your mother's or father's life, and based on that sequencing, you have to draft a timeline on the important events in your mother's or father's life. So that is actually the task you are asked to do here. Anyway, so please write down all these exercises that I've mentioned today. Anyway, after completing all those exercises, you are asked to submit it to me. Then after checking all those things, on next class onwards, we can move on to the next chapter. Okay, anyway, I hope that you understood everything which we discussed today. Anyway, thank you. Have a nice day.